I'm going to teach you today what it took me 6 years of daily studying to learn. I spent 6 years training with my dad, learning about the art of spiritual healing and emotional healing. But there was a third component of that training, and that was learning the art of energy protection, learning how to protect your energy from being drained by others. Now, if you've ever been drained by another person, then you know just how exhausting this is. And it's more than just feeling a little run down being around someone. It actually has huge consequences, both physically for your health, but also spiritually and even karmically down the line. Energy drain is a huge issue in our society today, and there are actually millions and millions of people who are suffering from this, but no one seems to be talking about it. We don't get training or guidance when we're growing up on how to protect ourselves, how to stop this drain from even happening. Now, there are two parts of your body that are the most vulnerable. They're more susceptible than anywhere else on your body to being drained. And I'm going to teach you about one of them today. This is so important to learn about because it's actually connected to self-sabotage and any kind of self-destructive behaviors you may have seen in yourself. Now, if you haven't guessed it already from seeing some of my previous videos, we're talking about the thyroid. Your thyroid is one of the most commonly targeted body parts by energy vampires. And yes, they actually consciously choose parts of the body to drain in others. It's not as if they just get around someone and then want some of your energy in a vague way. No, they actually target very specific parts of your body, and it often has to do with what's happening in them, both physically and energetically. And for this to happen, distance doesn't matter. Once someone meets you, they can form an energetic connection to you, a bond. It's a very toxic bond, but they can form it, and it can happen very quickly. And then after that, distance doesn't matter. They could be halfway around the world and still fully capable of draining you whenever they want. This is why sometimes we can feel really exhausted suddenly, seemingly out of the blue, when we're just at home alone. This can often be a sign that there's someone in your life, at least one person, who is actively, consciously draining you. They're actually using you like a little battery for them. And this is not helpful. It actually creates a lot of painful things for you, but there's karma involved in this. When we allow someone to drain us, we're effectively giving away our soul's energy to another person. But that's the energy that was given to us to accomplish our goals, our soul's purpose in this world. And there's not a guarantee that we'll get that energy back. So let's talk about your thyroid, this part of the body that could be being drained by other people, and what you should be doing to help protect yourself. When the thyroid is energetically depleted, it often leads people to very self-destructive behaviors. And there's a reason for this, but we'll get into that. When this area is energetically drained, we start feeling apathetic about our life. We start doubting ourselves. And when opportunities come to our life, whether that's in the form of a career opportunity, a promotion at work, or even a great new relationship, we're going to feel inclined to sabotage it. Maybe we turn down this great opportunity at work and we suddenly feel like we can't rise up to meet it. Maybe a wonderful new romantic partner comes into our life and yet we sabotage it or we push them away because we think, there's something off here. It's too good. I don't want that. Of course, there can be other reasons for this, and it can be tied up in our beliefs, our sense of self-worth and value in the world. But for this, we're focused on energy drain specifically, because this is so important to know about yourself. There's a reason why for 4,000 years, Qigong and Tai Chi masters have taught and even cautioned people that they should be charging this part of the body, the throat and the thyroid specifically, for up to 10 minutes every single day, no matter who you are, because it was considered that important, that critical to being able to pursue your path, your purpose in this world. I'll teach you a technique today for quickly charging this area that you can start using every day. But first, how do you know if your thyroid is or has been drained by another person, by an energy vampire. One of the most common telltale signs is that when you're speaking with someone, whether it's in person or on the phone, either during the conversation or immediately afterwards, you feel your throat get scratchy, itchy, or a little sore. You may find yourself feeling like you have a dry throat all of a sudden. Now, if this happens just once, that may just be an anomaly. But pay attention to it. Do you feel this way, this tension, tightness, soreness, every time or nearly every time that you speak to the same person? You could even start making a little note, like have a note in your phone, and just start documenting it. When you speak to this person, do you notice anything in the throat? The flip side of that is if you notice that you get sore throats often or it feels tense and tight in the neck area, examine who you were speaking with or who you were surrounding yourself with immediately before those symptoms came on. Now, again, this isn't related to medical conditions, so if you're sick, that's something else entirely. We're just focused on the energetic side, which is often the missing piece, I feel, in our understanding of our body and understanding of interpersonal relationships. So if you find that, yes, maybe this area does get sore, it gets tight or tense after you're around the same person or maybe the same few people, it's very possible to have multiple energy vampires in someone's life at a time. So if that happens, what do you do? There are a number of ways that you can charge and start protecting and actually sealing off this area energetically. But first, let's focus on the immediate energy drain. What can you do to start strengthening and re-energizing this area? Because it is so important, especially if you ever see self-sabotaging behavior in your life or in your past. One technique for recharging the thyroid that I personally use all the time and I really love is this. The first step is you're going to rub your hands together at least 30 times. You have energy meridians in the palms of your hands and actually in the tips of your fingers as well. And when we rub the hands together, it's not just because it's nice or relaxing. We're actually trying to do something here. By doing that, you're stimulating these energy meridians and encouraging them to open back up so that energy can flow more successfully through the arms and the hands. So the first step, rub those palms together at least 30 times. You want those hands nice and warm and tingling. The second step, you're going to take your hands in front of each other and you're lining them up, but they're not touching. So you can see my hands are not touching, but I'm lining them up with the thumbs. In Qigong, we often call this butterfly hands. And once those thumbs are lined up, but again, not touching, we line up those thumbs right in the center of the throat. So right over the thyroid area. And you just hold your hands here, and I'll show you from the side. You see that nothing's actually touching. So we line our hands up, hold them here over the throat, and you can experiment with how close or how far away they are, what feels right for you. But you hold your hands here for at least a minute and see if you can feel any of the energy radiating off your hands into that neck area. It can help to close your eyes doing this. And you just sit here, allowing energy to radiate off those hands into the thyroid. You can practice this for as long as, say, 10 minutes straight, whatever is comfortable for you. But know that doing this, we're helping to bring more energy back into that thyroid, helping to recharge it, which from an energetic perspective can be really, really helpful to overcoming self-destructive or self-sabotaging behaviors. Now, this is just one step of the art of energy protection, and it's an important one, but there is so much more that goes into it, like learning how someone actually drains different parts of your body, learning how to stop that from happening, how to seal off your energy so no one can drain you again, and then how do you bring in new, fresh energy to your body so that you can replenish what feels like it's been drained or taken from you. And this is a lot. It's more than I could put in one video. So I filmed it all. I put it all together in one concise course. And don't worry, no 20-hour long course here that'll take you months to get through. I made it as concise, as direct, and as applicable for you as possible. So you can quickly jump to whatever section you need. You can go to whatever topic you need most right now. And I even threw in a bonus routine so that you can follow along alongside me with an actual Qigong energy routine to energize your body and help bring up your energy levels so you don't go through this holiday season and beyond feeling exhausted. I'll put a link for all of that down below. But in the meantime, I sincerely hope you'll start practicing charging the thyroid area so you can start moving beyond self-destructive or self-sabotaging behaviors.